What's going on, people? Welcome back. OnlyFacts Xtra. Nearly said the OnlyFacts Sports. Welcome. Shane, for those of you that are regular viewers will know that Shane lives in a hyper black environment.
Facts.
And is often just out of touch with what's happening in the rest of
Can
the world.
I explain my story?
No.
No, it's my story. It's my story. Nick's been saying this, yeah, like for the last couple, like Nick's been talking about the racial tension in this country, and I'm like, he's been saying it, but I don't even been listening. So I went to go to my sister's house. My sister don't live in London. My sister lives slightly on the outskirts of London. So when I was on my way to my sister's house, I'm just seeing bare England flags. I'm like, what the frick's going on up here?
Yeah.
And then me and Nick eventually spoke about what was happening. And I wasn't aware of the racial tension because where I live, like British people ain't moving like that. Like English people, like I don't live around.
I mean, we live in London, period. So the white people in London tend to not be as racist and aggressive
and vocal about their prejudices.
But if you have those prejudices, you just wouldn't move here. First of all, if you're born and raised here, then you just don't really have a lot of those prejudices because you're around people of different races. It's different. You know a lot more people's history, whatever. But if you were somebody that's moved here, you would choose not to move here. You could move to Manchester, you can move to fucking Scotland, you can move mad places and just be around white people, rather than choosing to move to the one city which is so heavily where white people are. They're not a minority, but I think it's maybe like 50% of the city is white. But I think white British probably a minority. We've got mad other white people all over the world. But yeah, like, you know, so I want to talk about this because, you know, I've got written down Englishman is shagging flags again. That's what I got written down.
Is that what you Englishman are shagging flags again?
Yeah, because that's what they're called, isn't it? Like flag
Can I ask
shaggers.
you a question, yeah?
Go on, then. You're probably going to ask me anyway, even if I say no, so go on.
I always say that before I ask a question. It's just formality, innit?
Go on.
Do you have an affinity to Great Britain? Like, do you have like a personal connection on a real cultural and emotional level to the history and values of England?
Not really. There are things that I like. I studied literature. Obviously, English is my first language. I studied English literature. I really enjoy English literature. Mm-hmm. But there's a part of me that's very aware that when I'm reading all these things, these are all environments within which I myself as an individual would not actually be very welcome. If I'm reading Shakespearean literature, if I'm reading Jane Austen, if I'm reading Dickensian, you know, it's I enjoy it on an intellectual level, but there still feels like a personal barrier between me and that culture. The same way that I engage in American culture, with hip hop, whatever. But there's a barrier there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's like if you are into like philosophy and science, you will definitely be heavily influenced by Nazi Germany. If you specifically between like not into, you can't escape.
Where's the brother going?
During that
influencer,
was Germany not producing some of the greatest scientists the world's ever seen?
So I mean, specifically if you're into biology, I wouldn't say science, but biology and eugenics.
No, not even just biology, bro. Yeah. Also mechanics, like just general mechanics and physics, chemistry, bro. Like, bro, Germany was has invented some of the greatest cars that's ever lived, bro. Ever been made and stuff like that. Yeah. But I get your point.
Like if you're an animator, you're going to look at Disney for inspiration. Disney was once a super racist organization. What can you do? That might not be Disney today, but that was what it was. So there's a barrier there.
So my point is that when I see all of this English thing, all of these English things that's going on, I just so happen to be in England and I reap the benefits of being in England. But I genuinely don't understand what the reason is for this all of a sudden like clinging to the flags and being English and true English. What is it?
They feel like they're losing their culture because so many immigrants are coming here and there's a lot of propaganda that's being spread about the number of small boats that are coming, and people are coming on small boats from like Afghanistan, Syria, war-torn countries, whatever, and the propaganda is like these men they use like inflammatory language, like these fighting aged men are coming as though like it's an army that's coming. They say like there could be rapists and murderers. I mean, there could be. It could also be doctors. Could also be lawyers. There could be anybody. We don't. Do you know what I mean? Like, and people are really ratcheting up people like your mate Farage and all that. Like they're really ratcheting. They're really like ramping up what the numbers are to make people feel like, oh my God, we're losing. Do you know what I'm saying?
But we've seen this before.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we've seen this before.
When Windrush happened, you know, we had the white people saying that these Jamaican, Caribbean people are coming here and taking our jobs and all of that, and your women and all of that. I hear you.
Then when we were growing up, it was the Albanians and the Polish and them lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like by the time we were in secondary school, they were kind of used to us by that point. But then the next wave of people was the new thing. I remember when I was younger, it was the Polish and the Romanians, and they were vexed about that and whatever. So everyone gets their turn in the racist hot seat.
Yeah, facts. But I don't get it, blood. I don't understand why English. I don't understand.
It's mostly a lack of education, I think, from my perspective. It's a lack of education mixed with propaganda. Do you know what I mean? That people think that more is happening than is actually happening. In my opinion.
No, but if you're let's, and this is the thing, yeah, and I'm just gonna say it just plain and simple.
Yeah.
Most immigrants who come to this country don't give a crap about England.
Agreed.
So you waving an English flag or saying come out my country doesn't mean anything, bro.
No.
Doesn't do anything.
We're coming here for a set purpose.
We're coming here for a set purpose, get my money and cut.
Yeah.
Reap the benefits of this country, bro.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
And I get it. I 100% get it. In fact, I'm lying when I said I don't understand. I get it. Because for you, you're looking at like, why is people coming to this country and being able to reap the benefits of this country when they don't have an affinity or connection or love for this country? And my answer is because England done it to everybody else, bro.
100%.
That's my answer.
Yeah.
Like
if this country was like, I don't know, a meteor was going to hit England, it was going to destroy it, and I had to swim to another country, something like that. The ways that I would think is, okay, I might swim to France because it's the closest, but I might look at other countries that maybe speak English. I'm going to have to resettle somewhere, or I'm going to look at places where I've got family. Do you know what I mean? There's a set hierarchy of lists, and England has gone around the world and colonized so much of the world that we have a lot of people here who are of different languages and of different cultures, whatever. So when people are coming from wherever they're coming from, if they either speak English, and again, England have gone out of their way to spread English across the world, which means that a lot of people speak English, or they've got family here, these are going to be some of the places that they're going to look to come and set up. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like
what's the ambition, or let's say a reform voter, or like a person who's
They can't tell you.
What is their ambition?
They can't tell you. This is the problem with these people. They can't tell you in actual sensible terminology. I feel like a lot of English people, fair enough, the country is financially not in the best place because of successive governments. The Labour government's not doing great. The last Conservative government's a fucking disaster. So everybody's shit. But some of these Englishmen, yeah, are just haters, bruv. I'll be honest with you. They're haters, bruv. Like, they're always banging on, like, a lot of Englishmen are struggling financially, and they take that frustration out on other people who are also struggling financially. So like someone,
you know.
Nah, but bro, hear what I'm saying, yeah? They're saying, oh, when they get to the hotel, there's a, because the argument is that they've taken over some big hotels that were struggling for business and said, right, we're going to house the migrants there when they come in so we can process their applications. Do you know what I mean? So then the man are calling up the radio and going, they're getting put up in 5-star hotels. Obviously, it's not a 5-star hotel. What makes a 5-star hotel is not just the building, but it's also the amenities, the staff. Those amenities and staff are obviously not there. Do you know what I'm saying? They've shut down the hotel and it's now an immigration center. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not, but in their head, they're going, oh, they're getting 5-star meals.
But you know,
that's cap. That's not true.
But even if
it was true, so what? Like,
literally.
And someone's like,
so
oh,
what,
they've got a PlayStation. Okay, there's 100 migrants. They've got one PlayStation to share. So where's your PlayStation? You've been here this whole time. Where's your PlayStation? If you are 35, 40 years old and you ain't got a PS5 and you want one, that's an L for you. If you're born and raised in England, man, are haters.
Let's say that they do have a PlayStation.
Yep.
Let's say when you come in, you get a PlayStation, a house, and all of that stuff.
Yep.
I still don't see why you care, bro.
Yep.
I don't see why you care. Like, there's this sense of pride to keep hold of England and keep England pure and clean and all that. I'm like, bro, that day's gone, fam. Them days are done, fam.
It's been gone.
Them days are done, bro.
The country's so ingrained in immigration now.
Prime Minister, bro.
The country's so ingrained in with immigration now that if all immigrants left, the country would collapse.
Of course. 1,000,000%.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
specifically, I mean, London is the epicenter of this country.
Yeah.
And
London generates like 40% of the revenue of the whole country.
And I can imagine specifically like public sectors, like transport, like NHS, like banking. A lot of these like public centers, like a lot of these like a lot of the infrastructure within this country is upheld by
London and immigration.
Migrants, bro. People 100%. Who've come to this country. I went to the hospital the other day, bro. I couldn't find a white person anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
And that was when I wanted to be a reform voter because I had one bag of bare incompetent.
But what makes me laugh is that they'll attack the poor people. We're poor. Everyone's poor. You should be looking at rich people, not poor people, in terms of attacking. Do you know what I'm saying? It's in other countries, university education is free. If university education was free, we'd be able to generate our own doctors and train our own lawyers and train all our own kind of stuff. The problem is education here is very expensive, some of the most expensive in Europe because of the Tories. And then we've got people come from other places in the world where education is cheaper. So your average person can be an engineer or a doctor or whatever, and then they could walk into this country and go straight into the higher tax bracket. Whereas here, you're gonna have to start off as a fucking bricklayer and build and build and build and build for experience. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, do you mean something like that? Man are haters, though. Do you know what I'm saying? So when some of my English friends are bricklayers and their hands are dirty and they're on the train and they see an Asian guy driving their Audi A5 on the way home from being in the NHS, they're man are vexed. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if they're making the same money, man are just haters. You got to focus on your thing, and I feel like the frustration is put completely in the wrong direction.
So what's the...
Not only that as well, by the way, some of these people support Israel, and like I said on a previous video on this channel, if you are anti-immigration into England, the number one thing you can do is not support Israel, because Israel want to displace everybody in Palestine and displace lots of other people in the Middle East, which means those people will then have to go somewhere. I don't really
like talking about that subject because
it's a fact. It just is what it is.
But let's keep it real, bro. Them Arabs done the same thing, fam.
Of course, I'm not defending Arab people. Arab people are bums as well. Fuck them. I'm just talking about the way the world is today. Obviously, I don't mean that literally, but I'm just about as things are today. Do you know what I'm saying? If I'm talking about me and you today, unless it's relevant, don't bring up slavery. We're talking about today, right now, today. Israel want all the Arabs out of their holy land. That's 2 to 2.5 million people. They have to go somewhere. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And some of those somewhere will be here. If you don't want these people coming here, stop going to other countries and mashing them up.
Well, that's too late for that.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just what it is. It's just what it is. So
it's a what's it called? It's a paradox, isn't it?
Of course.
So
them Englishmen have paradoxical thinking.
For me, I really want to speak to a white person who's racist. We need to find one of them and get them on the channel.
Yeah, if any of you guys out there are racist,
we had a guy in the comment section who was saying that we should be proud to play for England because we've done a video on this England thing because we benefit from the resources and the facilities that this country offers.
Yep. And what's your response to that?
Bruv, to be honest with you, my response to that is that this guy's a straight up fascio. Because
England benefits from all the other resources from all over the world.
Facts.
Should Declan Rice play for Jamaica?
I would never, and that's why I would never sing the national anthem, bro. Like I literally do not. There's a guy at my workplace though, yeah. Me and him have all these debates. He's a true British guy. Like he's a really English through and through. Mm-hmm. Like we have some really good debates. And he's like, oh, you're English. And I'm like, no, I'm not. He's like, but you have a British passport. And he's like, and you have then you're a British citizen and you have a British birth certificate. So you're English. Like you benefit from being in this country. And I'm like, yeah, that's true.
But pause. That's from his mindset. He can't tell you living your life where you benefit from. He can't tell you that. He could be right, but he can't tell you that because he doesn't know your life. So he doesn't know what your life looks like in Jamaica versus what your life looks like in Israel versus what your life looks like here to tell you that you're benefiting.
You know what else he couldn't tell me?
Yeah.
He couldn't tell me what Jamaica would look like without English intervention.
Correct.
Which is
correct. That's exactly what I'm saying. So you can't tell me that it's better. You can't tell me that.
If you ever want to know, why I'm so comfortable reaping the benefits. I don't deal with white girl, but if I did, taking all you lot's gal, taking all you lot's job, taking all of you lot's money,
calling my cousins over to come,
everybody over.
Everybody come over and get these jobs.
Why I'm so proud and why I do it with such a
smile on my face,
please, with happiness, is because at the end of the day, you can't bring me back to the country that you broke. You broke.
Yeah.
You can't bring me back there, bro.
Yeah.
If you do, then maybe I might feel a bit of guilt. But right now, I'm just reaping the benefits.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even care, bro. And if you're an immigrant, come over, bro. You might as well, bro. You might get a little bit of racism. I want as much immigrants in this country as possible, bro. I want this country to be. Do you feel more secure walking into a room full of immigrants or walking into a room full of English people? Immigrants that are black or white?
No, a range of immigrants. Immigrants. This could be South Asian, East Asian, Australasian, African.
I feel more comfortable around in a room full of white people.
White is not the same as immigrant. Though. They could be
No,
white.
but that's
they
what
could
you're
be,
saying.
They could be white.
You say, English people.
English people
Yeah,
or immigrants?
English people.
Really?
Yeah. You don't know why? Because I don't like, honestly, because you said a range of immigrants. If you said black people.
No, of course, black people's irrelevant. That's not.
No,
yeah,
but
not,
if you said a range of immigrants, then them immigrants are racist as well, bruv.
100%.
And some of them immigrants.
But if it's a range of immigrants, the racism levels will be like that.
No, but here's what you will see. We see with immigrants, they will just start cussing you behind their back in their language. At least white people have the decency to keep it in their brain.
Not all of them.
I've never been racially abused in my life. Never. I've never.
They might have said something too slick and you didn't even understand.
But I've never been. I've never been racially abused in my life.
Really?
Never.
Fair enough.
Never. I've never been called the N-word. I've never been Never have I ever been racially abused ever. I didn't grow up around white people.
Yeah.
So I don't I don't even know what it is to be truly English and British from a white perspective. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So when I see people as I said, bro, I want as much immigrants in this country as possible, bro.
But you wouldn't want to be in a room with them. You want them all in this country, but you don't want to be in a room with them.
Yeah, because you don't speak English, but you just need to learn the lingo, blood. I don't really like when people just be, you know what I'm saying? For me, I do sometimes understand these white racist people, you know, sometimes. Because I'm like, bro, these immigrants, they're sometimes a bit too, I was going to say a mad thing. But sometimes they can be a bit, imposing.
Yeah.
Be an immigrant, but be an immigrant in your own space. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have to abide by and follow your principles, bro. If you're an immigrant and you're Muslim.
You mean the Muslim man trying to bring Islam over here?
And all of the Free Palestine protests and that. Leave that wherever you was, bro.
That's not immigrants, though. There's white English people at Free Palestine protest.
Yeah, those people are lost.
Why?
You're going to, as an English person.
There were English people, there were white English people at the BLM protest. So they're lost as well.
That's why they're lost. Bro, you're an English person.
So you think you're lost? You're lost.
Who's benefited from enslavement of black people, and you're literally fighting against the reason why you're in a privileged position.
But some of them want to dismantle their own privilege.
Then do it then.
They're trying to.
How are you doing that? By waving a flag?
You got to ask them. I'm not white. I'm not white. You got to chat to them. You got to chat to them.
What do you mean, bro?
That's why I get the pum pum.
Yeah, facts, bro. But your great granny's rolling in her grave.
Whose?
Yours. The one that was picking cotton, fam.
Enjoy the rolling. At least it sounds like she's alive. She get stretching her legs in that blood. You know what I'm saying? You stay there rolling, blood. Better than laying down.
Bruv, all I'm saying is, innit, I do understand in the sense that some of these immigrants can be a bit too imposing of their will, but I want as much immigrants in this country as possible.
I think that's down to the government, though. It's the government's role to say, okay, cool, if we're going to have immigrants coming to this country, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to. Certain countries, it's very difficult to go there and just impose yourself. But certain countries, England, the government makes it extremely easy to do that. So that's a government issue.
But you know where it comes down to, though?
Go on.
It comes down to the fact that England like to put ethnic minorities in pockets of areas. So in that place, if you come to
that's what I said about some of the people like Ricky's family and that's from East London, where some Asians went to move into East London and the white people said, we don't want to live next to you, we're leaving, and went to Essex. Then the Asians were like, right, we've got these empty houses, my cousins might as well move in. So then they haven't set out to take over the area on purpose. Black people didn't set out to take over Brixton. Black people moved into Brixton, and then you white people said, fuck you lot, I'm leaving, and bounced. And then more black people moved in, and then you lost Brixton. We didn't take over, you gave it away. That's your problem.
Because Tottenham and Wood Green's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's literally
Southall the same thing.
Southall's
Hounslow the same thing. Do you mean?
Trust me, these places are just ethnic minorities everywhere, bro.
But man, in the English mind, they think we took over, but we didn't take over. You gave it away.
Fact.
That's what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? So
you know,
last point.
No, it's got nothing to do this. It's got nothing to do this.
We'll save this for another video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. You know what it is, man. Peace.